Today, I would like to talk about our mindset and how our mindset is really important to us navigating our path for success.
Welcome to Fearless Living with Servola Frazier, where we talk about life, love, and business.
And a lot of people are making New Year's resolutions or setting their goals and intentions for the new year. And we're really thinking about and reflective of everything that we accomplished last year and some of the things that we weren't able to accomplish and why we weren't able to accomplish those things and what kind of got in our way and what led us away from being able to accomplish those goals. I think it's strangely enough that every time we come to the beginning of the year, a lot of times we're thinking about what we can do better or how we can improve our lives or how we want this reset on our lives. And I want to challenge you to not just look at the beginning of the year as that place to do it, but constantly being intentional about what you want to bring into your life on a regular basis. So that starts with our mind. Starts with our mindset. And there have been several studies that have been done about the mind and how powerful our mind is. And so today is really no exception to that. I just want to build on that a little bit and make a couple of things very practical for us as we navigate through this year, leading ourselves into the end of the year, because I believe you can start your year strong so that you can finish it stronger. So as we really deal with the subject of our mind and recognizing our mindset, and you may have heard it said that we are what we think, or as a man thinketh, so is he. Whatever you have in you is what's going to come out of you. And I think that that's so important as you're looking at this year and your goals and your intentions and what you believe your mission should be for this year, looking at that specifically and just really understanding what type of thoughts need to come into my mind as I'm starting this year in order for me to see success from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. So when we're talking about mindset, I think my father he's a very profound thought leader. I think that's where I get my passion for being a thought leader comes from him and my upbringing. And one of the things that, he said recently was that our thoughts don't stay in our minds rent free, that we're paying for our thoughts right now. I want you to kind of think about that for a moment. Your thoughts are not staying in your mind rent free. You are paying for your thoughts right now. And I don't know where he pulled that from, if that just came out of him or what have you, but it just resonated with me. I had heard him say it before, but that little piece that he added to the end, that we're paying for our thoughts right now, just kind of stuck with me a bit. I'm paying for my thoughts right now. Think about that. If you were to put money on it, would you be willing to pay for the thoughts that are coming through your mind right now? And if you would, how much money would you put on it? If you were, how much money would you really put on it? How much money would you say for every thought, I'm willing to smack $100 on it, or I'm willing to smack $1,000 on it? In your status of your account, for all the money that you're willing to pay for the thoughts that come into your mind, are you in the $1,000, $100, $1 range, or are you in the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, $1 billion range? Think about it. Our thoughts define us. Our thoughts define us. And as I thought about what he said, that you're paying for your thoughts right now, I thought about another way of considering that is thinking about it from the perspective of, if all of my positive thoughts are deposits into my mind account and all of my negative thoughts are withdrawals from my mind account. Now, would you be in the black or would you be in the red right now? I know we just started the new year. I know that many of you are like, of course I'm in the red. Or of course I'm in the black. But there's some of you out there who are in the red. You're in the red because you started out the year thinking so heavily about all the things that you weren't able to accomplish last year. And that's kind of keeping you from being able to move forward. And some of you are like, yes, man, this is it. I'm so excited. This is the new year, new me, new mindset. I'm ready to take it on. It's going to happen. This is it. I'm about to make this thing go down. And so your adrenaline and your momentum is guiding you to this place to where your account is just overflowing. You are in the black with exponential digits. What I want to bring to our awareness right now is the sustainment of that. How do you sustain staying in the black? And how do you get yourself out of the negative or out of the red? It starts with what we put into our minds. What are you feeding your mind on a regular basis? Are you around people who empower you to think differently, to think positively, to see the good out of every situation that you may be facing? Or are you around people who agree with the negative tones of what's happening in the world around you, and they're constantly pulling on that side of you, just causing you to just become more and more and more depressed or negative? You know, there's a doctor, Dr. Hansen, he did this, he does a positive thinking class. And his study through the class has came back with the results that people who learn how to trade out their negative thoughts for positive thought are less depressed, they have less anxiety, they have more self-control, they find themselves being more happy, and they live a more fulfilled life. Now, it doesn't mean that you won't face challenges. It doesn't mean that you won't see goals not happening when you want them to happen or anything like that. But what it truly means is that when you strategically set the tone in your mind and in your thoughts and determine and decide that you're going to lean towards the positive versus the negative, that you're going to allow yourself to feel good about yourself, to like yourself, to love yourself, to pour into yourself, then you live a more fulfilled life. You find yourself, sometimes even by accident, living what you wanted in the first place. I believe that if you want to live a better life, it starts in the mind. There used to be this old saying, or I saw it on television like years ago when I was younger: a mind is a terrible thing to waste. How many of you have ever saw that video or that commercial? I think it was a commercial. And there was this, I think it was like an egg or something. But at the end, it drove the point home that your mind is a terrible thing to waste. So what I'm saying to you is that as you're setting your intentions for the year, as you're putting together your New Year's resolution, I want you to also determine that you will sustain those goals, those intentions, those resolutions by feeding your mind everything it needs in order to see it through. So instead of, it being this big old hoopla of oh, I've got to lose 1,000 pounds, allow your mind to go to the place and visualize within your mind where you want to be. Be happy with that person. Be happy with the journey to get there. And constantly on a regular basis, pour into your life, into your mind, what you need to get to that place. Whether it's taking time to meditate, whether it's taking time to read a positive book, whether it's taking time to turn the television off or turn off the negative news, whatever it may be, you set the tone. You set your habit in place, that routine in place right now, to say that I am going to pour into myself what I want to get out of myself. That starts with you. Your best life, that dream life, starts up here in your mind. So I want to encourage you guys as you're jumping into the new year. I know some of you are charging full stream ahead and you are on it. And some of you may be struggling a little bit, but I guarantee you that if you start just tweaking your thoughts a bit, thinking positively about yourself, that you'll find yourself right where you want to be.
Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. See you next time on Fearless Living.